Yeah, what's going on, man? It's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. You already know, man. Shout out to my first time viewers. Shout out to my last time viewers. Shout out to the people that's viewing this video rather religiously or in passing. This is now Hype Talk. You tuned in to Hype Talk. I got my guy with me, Young Jers. You already know, man. Listen, man, we here, man. We haven't done Hype Talk in a minute. But you know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about, you know what I mean? First and foremost, shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell for when we go live, man. For all my Twitter people, listen, man, we appreciate y'all for sure. 100%. Let's talk a little bit about the season. No. Before we talk about the season, let's talk about this Washington Commanders game. How do you feel, watching the whole game and then, going back to watch the recap of the game? How you feel so far about that game?
I felt like I felt good. It's like it's I had mixed feelings. Like, and what I mean by mixed feelings, because I felt like, first of all, getting the W is always the important thing.
Yeah,
Getting that win is always important. But I know sometimes it is of how you get it, because you want to clean up some mistakes and clean up some stuff that that you got to develop and progress with. I do know that we still trying to find our identity and everything, but how I felt is that I was good to see, some good progress dealing with the offense and seeing that Brian Johnson dialed up some good schemes and some good plays of, getting AJ Brown to come down a little bit with some slants and
hmm
some curl routes, and get to do some check down plays, like, instead of trying to, because a lot of times we got to get that ball out quick too, like,
yeah,
and like trying to look for downfield is just wasting a lot of time. And I think that's what we were trying to do too much on the past 3 weeks. They're trying to
yeah,
look downfield a little bit too much, but we did a good check down. No, not saying that we got some good plays downfield with Smitty, and two good ones with AJ Brown with it count. But
yeah,
for us doing our check down, open up that window for that.
hmm
It made the defender is like playing a numbers game. Like, you want to stay back, we're gonna check it down, or you want to stop us check down, we going throw it down the field. Like, so we gotta continue get those schemes going on with the running game and everything, check downs, and that's why I feel like we gotten better. I saw a little bit, progress with that in the Commanders game, but it still need to be more better. Like, it still need to be uh uh some more stuff needs to be dialed into it, So
yeah.
I'm glad that I saw progress, but it was still some stuff that needs to work out, especially on the defense side. But I don't want to take too long. I'll talk more about it. I'll let you see how you felt.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like, we are heading in the right direction first and foremost, being the
Yeah,
fact that we do have a new offensive coordinator, we do have a new
yeah,
defensive
yeah,
coordinator. I felt like, it was a bit of a slow start defensively. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, we tried to keep everything in check. So defensively, I can see where the scheme was coming from just a little bit, but it was still like a slow start. You know what I mean? Offensively, I'm pretty impressed of what Brian Johnson did this game right here. You can
yeah,
see the progression. You know what I mean? It seemed like he dialed up some things. It's like, okay, cool. Like you said, we're going to check down the ball, and once you start keying in on the check down, that's when we're going to throw it over your head. And I
yeah,
like the fact that we can beat you multiple ways. Like, if the passing game not working, we're going to run the ball. If the running game not working,
yeah,
we're going to
yeah,
check down the ball or get some type of yards. And I like what Brian Johnson did this game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Still, to me, the red zone is still questionable. We
yeah,
still
yeah,
gotta be more sufficient when it comes to our red zone play. You know what I mean? Like, it's just too many times when we get down there, we just can't punch it in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
defensively, during this game, I want to say, put it like this: Sam Howell was cooking. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. He was
yeah, yeah,
cooking. You know what I mean? Our defensive front, they did their job. You know what I mean? They did their job. They brought some pressure. You know what I mean? But he was torching our back end, man. He was cooking our back end. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
We need to figure that out. You know what I mean? Before we start playing these big teams like Miami, who could really throw the ball down the field. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
A Buffalo, a Kansas City, like those big teams like that who could really actually move the ball downfield. We need to start figuring it out now as far as on the back end. But overall, I give our team during this game right here. I want to give them like a B plus A minus because we showed that grit. We showed that
yeah,
we're not going to give up. Games like the Washington game. We need games like that because that is going to help us in a long run when we play those tough teams and stuff like that. When we're probably down 2 points or down 2 touchdowns, and we got to figure out how to way to come back.
yeah. Word, no, yeah, yeah. I feel you on that. I won't. I won't be that much graceful. I'm happy of how that we came out and we showed adversity and we came out with the win. But it was just a lot of stuff that I saw that um and it was just it's not so much play calling, it's more of coaching. And that made me put it like, either a C plus or a C plus or a B minus. And reason why I say that is first dealing with the defense side. Um, I watched the press conference with the side and everything. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole, but based on what I watched,
Yeah,
when I was hearing, they didn't really ask, and I was seeing a lot of comments. They were saying the same thing too. They didn't really ask the most important question is why was you playing so much soft coverage, like
that was
zone
everybody. That was
coverage?
everybody question. Yeah,
Why is you doing that? You see it's not working. You still. That's the reason why Sam looked the way he looked it. It's because it was so many receivers wide open. It was
open. Yeah,
he wasn't throwing the ball, had to throw the ball very well and over the like. I mean, he had a little bit. I'm not gonna say he didn't, but overall, he didn't have to placement that ball like that because the receivers was there. I
yeah,
mean, going towards the end on that last drive, that was a good placement throwing towards the side away from Job, which Job, I don't know why they need to
bruh.
get that boy Eli Ricks, get him a chance because like it's what you
We
losing.
just signed the guy today
I
from
saw, I saw.
yeah,
Yeah,
a former Saints player, and I don't know his first name, but his last name is Roby. He's very decent. You know what I mean.
okay,
With that
okay.
being said, hopefully by the Miami game, he could take place of Josh Jobe, and like
Yeah,
James Bradbury can go back to being a outside cornerback, not the slot. He can go back to
yeah,
being
yeah.
outside cornerback, and that way, either Sidney Brown or that guy Roby, he could come in and play that slot corner because
Word,
Josh
word, word.
Jobe, yo, he's not the answer, bro. He's not.
Yeah, like he looks so like out of sync, confused, like don't know what his job is to do. Like because I was looking at the play when at that last clutch play that Sam did. They did what 1 second on the clock, and there was one more down, fourth down, and he passed. I forget who he gave the ball to at that time, but J- Joe, he already caught the ball in the touchdown zone. Why is you still trying to tackle him? Like he already caught it. He trying to
Yeah,
tackle him.
yeah,
Yo.
yeah.
He up there holding his legs and I was looking.
Hey, your Wi-Fi, everything choppy over there. Like every 5 seconds, you freezing for a little bit.
I am. I don't know. Is it still freezing?
Yeah, yeah, you just froze.
Oh wow! I don't know. My bars is on max on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't,
yeah, yeah. You just froze. It might be StreamYard. It might be StreamYard.
yeah, I
But you
want.
good though. They can hear your voice though. It's just that you
Oh,
choppy.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's going on, but like, yeah, he was up there holding on to the defender. Like, bro, he already caught the touchdown. Like, you looking like you so confused out there. Like, so I was laughing at that part. But yeah, they need to get that boy Eli, him or even Eli Ricks. I hear people talking about him. Get him a chance, like you could what he did in the preseason. He showed like he got something. And you still hear me?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looked like he got something and he could show like what are you losing? You ain't losing nothing with dealing with if they come out playing trash, ain't nothing worse than what Job is doing. Like, so I feel like that. And he would just decide would just uh he was just playing too much soft coverage. Like, I feel like a lot of the receivers had really easy getting off the ball. I don't know if he wasn't playing. He should have played at least some press coverage or something like stop the receiver coming off quick to get Sam have to wait and not a chance to get the ball out quick. So I just felt like it was a lot of that going on dealing with his play calling.
Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. I just didn't like the soft coverage that he was playing. I felt like we should have dialed in a little bit to some more man to man or some other type get these chance. I know with all of these rookies, he probably felt like, oh well, they probably don't know how to stick with these receivers playing man. But it's a lot of coverage, man, or whatever that you could have played that could have give the pressure on, especially if you needed a little bit more pressure, could have did a little bit of blitz man or whatever. I don't
Mhm.
know. But that soft coverage he was playing just wasn't working, and it was just giving the receivers a lot of openings and everything. So I didn't like that, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna try to wrap this up, not be quick. And then I also didn't like this. Was real. I don't know. My years of being an Eagles fan, all my years, I did not feel this much of frustrated coaching as much I felt on this Commander game. At the last, okay, you didn't. We already know. I don't know. Like I was saying on my other video, I don't know if it was Jalen Hurts' decision or it was Brian Johnson. That was another question that was going on. With we could have had a chance to run the ball out and run the timeout and just kicked it. Gave Jay Elliott to kick it and scored before we go in. It probably would have gave the Commanders a little bit of time. They had like one timeout or whatever. They probably had a little bit of time, but what they would have used that timeout with no timeout, probably been like 30 seconds or 20 on the time. They
Yeah.
would have had a hard time to march down the field. We would have won. But I don't know if Jalen Hurts audible or whatever. It looked it good that we scored with that play with AJ Brown and made it 31 to 24. But like we could have just ran the timeout and kicked it and won it. So I don't know if that was the literally the play for Brian Johnson to do for that time is to run the ball and get the time to run the clock out, or something Jalen Hurts audible and he did. I don't know who between those two. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All
Yeah.
I just know we should have ran the timeout, kicked it, but that didn't work. We going overtime, gave them a chance. Our defense didn't do their job. We go in OT. We get in OT. We stop them. Our defense finally did their job. We
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
ball back. You do more passing plays than running plays when we already in good field position. All we need to get close enough, just in case if we doesn't get the first, Jake Ellen can have an easy kick field goal and we won. Why are you doing unnecessary pass plays back to back when you have a DeAndre Swift, who they've been having a hard time to stop, a good offensive line you had all set it down. It was first down. You passing on first, you passing on second, try
Mhm.
passing on like, yo, what is you doing? Then y'all wasn't in sync. So we get a penalty because of the intentional grounding, put all that. Thank God I was able to breathe when Smitty caught that pass for a good pass to put us back in field goal range, and that's what gave Elliott a good enough chance
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
score.
To make that
But
54-yard field goal. Yeah.
yeah. But that play calling right there, that frustrated by it. You was
Well,
with me. I was
well, you
yelling
know
at the TV.
the play calling has been sketchy all the way up to this game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it's more people on Twitter talking about Brian Johnson, like, are we over Brian Johnson? The play calling is sketchy. Period. Not only on the offensive side, but the defensive side too. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
you said, soft coverage and stuff like that. It's like, yo, at the end of the day, it's look. I know a lot of people questioning Darius Slay and all of that. Like people saying like, "Yo, are we really going to talk about Darius Slay as far as like he's been getting cooked?" But when you look at the defense and the defensive schemes, a lot of it isn't really his fault. It's the scheme that we're playing in. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's the scheme that we playing. So it may look like he's getting cooked. Actually, he explained it too. It's like, yo, when we're playing soft coverage, my job is to not to let the man get deep behind me. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
That's what soft
yeah,
coverage is all about. They could catch anything up front, but my job is not to let the man get deep behind me. So it's all about the scheme. You know what I
yeah,
mean? He's just
yeah,
doing his
yeah,
job and playing the scheme. Now it's looking like he's getting cooked, but that's all. That's all. Sean Desai calling. You know, he gotta, he
yeah,
gotta,
yeah,
he gotta do a better job with play calling too. So only reason I say I give us a B minus, a B plus is the fact that we actually showed grit. You know what I mean? Like we
yeah,
fought
yeah,
tooth and nail,
yeah,
and we came out victorious. You know what I mean? If we would have never came out victorious, I would have gave us at least a C plus. I'm not even gonna lie. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. But
Um,
that, but I feel that. But only thing I'm saying is with dealing with that, that's the most when it comes to the coaching, when it comes to timing, knowing how to run the ball, run the clock out, and end the game. All that is something that needs to be fixed way more quicker than because we're facing adversity with on the defensive side and trying to find us dealing with being on the same page with the passing and everything. That's okay. We finding ways to do that. We finding ways to open up and finding passes and get involved. We finding identity in that, but that's not going to help when the coach is doing things of not running the timeout and kicking it and ending the game and when you could have just ran the ball, but you doing pass plays and you stop like those is coaching things that
mhm.
could get hindered a good adversity game because we could have tended we was pulling we was beating adversity, but for those times the coaches wasn't doing their job, we could have lost. Not
Yeah,
because of the players not facing, not finding, it's because the coaching. So that's the reason why I felt like that was a very important thing because we can't coach like that going to these games that's going to coming up. They
yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah,
coach.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
cannot coach like that. But I get it. It is a good thing that we showing that we could face adversity because when we play those good teams, we already used to it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a good
But it's
thing.
all I feel like it's all going to come together because we are a tough team. We a physical team. Like we tough. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? So I
yeah.
do feel like it's all going to come together. You know what I mean? I say by honestly, and I said this in my previous video before. Give us to like at least week 7, and we'll have everything good. You know what I mean?
Well,
So far during the season, how do you feel about Jalen Hurts' play so far? You know what I mean?
I feel the same thing, same way on how I felt about how the team doing. It's the same thing. He's. I feel like he's getting into that little rhythm of actually, getting that ball out and finding getting the ball out and finding his receivers the right play. I don't know. It's because the new play calling that Brian Johnson is doing, so it's
Yeah.
allowing to Ertz to be able to get the ball out to receivers that's the right receivers that is open for the right type of play. Because we saw a lot of times dealing with the first game and the second game,
Mm-hmm.
where he was passing to the wrong receivers instead of the ones that he's supposed to. I saw a lot of passes that I'm like, okay, he got that ball out, and that was a good, 6 yardage, but you had got a wide open on the right side that we could have
A
it could
couple
have
of
been
times. A couple
boom.
of times. Yeah.
Yeah, like so I saw a lot of that in the early first game, but in this game I saw that he checked it down. Now he had one little iffy little pass that worried me a little bit when he rolled out into I feel like the left side and he tried to give it to AJ Brown, and AJ Brown had to become a defender and get stop the ball from getting intercepted. And I felt like he's like a lot of quarterbacks that's his extended playmakers. Like
Mm-hmm.
they a lot of them make that mistake. They try to do a little bit. They try to be a hero a little bit instead of just what ain't nothing there, throw that ball out or even run out of bounds. So I felt like he just tried to give AJ Brown a chance to be a big man and go up for it at that time, but I felt like that was the wrong time to do it. But hey, it happens. It didn't cost us, but that was one thing out of the whole game. I felt like he was good to me. Like, I feel like we actually won because of he actually dialed in into what he needs to do. He
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
it when he needs to ran, and he threw it when he needs to throw the ball. And I felt like he's getting better into that rhythm. And like I said, I don't know if it's because the play calling that Brian Johnson dialed up this time, but I'm liking what I'm seeing him. I'm seeing progress. He's felt like he's finding himself.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like he's finding himself too, man. I feel like he got off to a rough start. You know what I mean? It was a bunch of people in his ear saying that, oh, why you ain't give AJ Brown the ball this game, and then next game, oh, why you ain't give Dallas Goddard the ball this game? So
Yeah, yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you said, yo, you got to keep the main thing, and it's all about the W. I do feel like he had a rusty start, but I do feel like he's coming into his own right now. You know what I mean? These are a bunch of guys that haven't played any preseason games, and that was pretty much asked during the press conference. Like, yo, are you going to start playing these guys in the preseason just to get that rust off? You know what I mean? And that's just with the whole team, pretty much. You know what I mean? So, as far as Jalen Hurts, man, he's going to be okay. You know what I mean? Like every quarterback miss throws, every quarterback make mistakes, and
yeah,
you know
yeah,
when you get
yeah,
paid. When you get paid that much more money than a lot of these other quarterbacks, everything is under a microscope. You know what I mean? Everything will be talked about. You know what I mean? But as long as he block out the noise and everything like that, he'll be all right. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like I said, rough season. I mean, rough start to the season so far. But this Washington Commanders game that he just played, he played the tough game. You know what I mean? He played the tough game, and he showed why he is that $250 million quarterback or 245, whatever it is, dollar quarterback. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He
yeah,
actually, and I tell people this a lot. We finally got a quarterback that can put us in position to win a football game. You know how many football NFL football teams don't have that quarterback to
yeah.
actually put them in position to actually win
To
a football game.
win,
They
there's a
be
lot of them.
struggling, and I'm like, yo, either we win by hook or by crook or by 3 points. He put us in position to actually win, and
Win.
that's why we're
Yep,
4-0. You know what I mean? You know what I
yep,
mean? Look at the Giants. They don't have a quarterback to save. We just witnessed, yo. He got sacked 10 times yesterday. He got sacked 10 times.
yep,
He threw two interceptions. One went for a 97-yard pick six, and he fumbled the ball. Them type of quarterbacks, you know what I mean. We don't need. Now we got
yeah,
a quarterback that can put us in position to win the ball. Like I said, either running the ball, throwing the ball, or he's doing well enough that we could win the game. You know what I mean?
yeah,
We got a
yep,
quarterback
yep,
like that, and that's what I appreciate. You know what I mean? That's what I appreciate about him. So
yeah,
so far, right, there are only two teams in the NFC period that's undefeated. Matter of fact, it's only two teams in the whole NFL that's undefeated.
yep,
Um, the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Sunday that just passed, Miami lost to the Buffalo Bills. They was undefeated, but Buffalo Bills pretty much knocked them off their high horse. And I think the score was like 48-21. Did them dirty.
yeah, yeah.
So with the Eagles and the 49ers being the remaining undefeated teams in the NFC in the whole league, who you think is the better team right now? The Philadelphia Eagles or the 49ers right now?
Right now, you already know I'm a NFL fan, so I always gotta be real, and I just feel like as right now, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I would edge it with the 49ers.
Yeah.
Um, just so what they doing on both sides of the ball, the both sides of the field, and that boy Christian McCaffrey, like, yo,
He
that
definitely.
boy, yo, that boy balling like I think he's in an MVP candidate. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not even
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah. He's in the MVP
quarterback,
discussion so
and
far.
he in the MVP on discussion already. And like, he just balling for him. Like, he run hard. He's good with out catching the ball, and he's just doing everything, man. And they having a hard time stopping the So they're having a guy like that on their team. Purdy, he's playing clean football, like, and he's doing. He's doing good for what they need for they type of scheme. Like,
Hmm.
not saying he's one of the elites and he's one of the best quarterbacks out there. But for what the 49ers got dialed up, he fits it. And
Mm-hmm.
he's playing clean football to actually to not make things harder for the team and turning it over and doing dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So that's more important. And then like, you got your boy like Debo Samuel that's out in doing his thing, and then you got they did almost like the Cowboys, like they did
They
defense.
defense better than the Cowboys.
Yeah, well, it's been a thing of the Cowboys being number one, and then with the
Not
49ers.
no more.
So
After they lost to the Cardinals, that number one spot been knocked off for real.
yeah, I feel you. That's how I feel too. But I'm just saying, what the
Yeah,
discussion of
yeah,
what that
yeah,
is going on, because
yeah,
they lost to the Cardinals, but the defense is phenomenal. Did some things with the Patriots, like they held them to 3 points. Like they was
yeah.
all over Mac Jones. Like and they made Bill Belichick look like he's not the one of the best coach. Like they gave
Mm-hmm.
him his worst loss of his history. Like and like I'm just saying, like, so based on that, what they saying or what they did to the Patriots, so that's why I say, but you could say that, they 49, but that's my point. And I'm saying they have that good of a defense and their offense is doing
Yeah,
as well. So they is right now is a team look forward to. Actually, I feel like the 49ers after what then I feel like a lot of 49ers fans want to see this again. And I feel like the game that we played them is really the game that I'm looking forward to mostly than the
mm-hmm.
Chiefs game. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
revenge and all that, but just based on because people what they are doing, like the Chiefs is not in our conference. We trying to be the number one in our conference, and the 49ers is showing that they are number one in our conference. So we gotta really beat them to let them know, like, yo,
Yeah.
nah, it's us. So that's how I feel like that. But I gotta get to the 49ers, man. They both are. No, don't get me wrong. I feel like we're going to overcome that. But I feel like while we're still trying to find ourselves, we're right now in the backseat of 49ers right at this
Yeah,
moment. But we coming. Don't sleep on us either. Like because we're for us to be being 4-0 and we are finding ourselves, like a lot of people feel like that's a scary thing. So when we get
that's a
there,
fact.
who knows what's gonna happen. So
And
but I'll
listen,
give it to
listen.
49ers for now. For
Before
now.
we go, I appreciate Young Jers for holding it down, especially with the talking, because your boy over here yarning like a mug. Like I'm tired as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate you holding it down.
Nah,
In
you
fact,
already know.
he already did a 20-minute video prior to doing this video, so
Yeah, yeah.
you energized. And I listen. That's like you said, like you told me earlier, man. That's why this is a team. You know what I'm saying? Like you hold
Word,
teamwork
word.
down for sure.
That's what we gotta
But
do.
I feel like as far as the out of the two, I give it slightly to the 49ers too, because they are showing more of a complete football team right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
On both sides of the ball. Like on both sides of the ball. Right now, we're pretty much struggling, even though we 4-0, but it been a struggle with this 4-0. Like it been a
yeah,
struggle. You know what I
yeah,
mean? One
yeah,
minute the defense look good and the offense don't, then the next minute the offense look decent and the defense don't. So it's a struggle with us trying to find our identity. With the
yeah,
49ers, they came rolling out the box. The only
yeah.
thing I can say about the 49ers is that they really haven't faced adversity yet, as far as
Yeah. They
being,
people was talking about that too.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, as far as being down a couple of points and trying to come back. Like it's just been straight downhill with them. With us, we faced adversity. A couple of teams got up on us the first drive or the first possession, and we had to climb back. So we pretty much facing adversity, and that's why I said that will help us in the long run, especially when we get that stretch when we play the 49ers, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Cowboys. That right there, that stretch right there, and what we're doing now is going to help us for that stretch. So
yeah,
right now I do edge the 49ers. I give them, they pretty much the best 4-0
yeah,
team out of both of us, but we're right behind them though. Like
yeah,
once we start clicking for real, I don't see, God forbid,
yeah.
let me not
That,
gonna fake wood. I don't want nobody to get injured. If nobody get injured and we start clicking for real, I don't really see nobody stopping us. I don't really
Yeah,
see
yeah,
nobody stopping us.
that's facts. That's facts. And don't we face adversity with a good team too. So you got people saying, oh, what we struggle with, like, yo, the Buccaneers is 3-1.
The
Like,
Buccaneers 3-1. The Commanders only lost one game before they lost to
exactly.
us. You know what I'm saying? And this
So,
the thing though. This the thing. The last three teams that we played prior to us playing the Commanders, we played all defensive minded coaches. Bill Belichick, defensive minded coach.
hmm
The Minnesota Vikings, Brian Flores, defensive minded coach. Um, who we played our third game? Who was our third game?
the third game was Vikings.
No, that was the second game.
That was the second.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we're not a third game with the Buccaneers. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Todd Bowles, defensive minded coach.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we are playing not and then as Washington Commanders team, we played the offensive minded coach. That's why Sam Howell did what he did to us.
yeah,
So
yeah.
our first three games we played all defensive minded coaches. You know what I'm saying? Very, very good defensive minded coaches. So that right there will help us out too. So
But facts, facts.
you know what
But
I'm saying?
I,
Any questions you got?
Nah, I was just saying, like, before one thing. Now, we were talking about the power ranking. That's how we feel. And we give the 49ers that spot for now.
Yeah.
But why is people, I'm saying, power rankings? And I saw even on the NFL, I think it was the NFL website. I don't know, but anything anyway. But I saw a lot of analysts was giving it too, that they they putting us like in third and fourth place. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I think
like, like,
with the power rankings, it's more so you got to take in accountability. You got to take in account of the points that we giving up on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take everything in
yeah,
account.
yeah,
So that's why our power rankings is number 4 because I saw the same thing. I was wondering like why is it like that? But when you take everything into account, when you take what San Francisco is doing, when you take in what the Cowboys is doing, or whoever got that 1, 2, 3, 4 spot, when you take in everything, I can see why we are number 4, even though we're 4-0. The power rankings is basically just based off like performance and everything.
yeah. I get it, but at the same time, it still isn't right to me to extent because yeah, you could say the other team. Like, I saw one power ranking had the Bills above us, and yeah, I think it had the Bills and had another team. I can't read. I can't be sure because he had us in third, and fourth place. But I don't I don't really get with it because yeah, those teams, like say the Bills, like I say the Bills, I just put the Bills. Yeah, the Bills came off with a phenomenal win. They trashed the Dolphins, like, but they also they lost to the Jets, I believe. That was the team they lost to, right?
They lost
I
to
think it was the Jets they lost to the opening game. It was the Jets. Uh, I could be wrong. Like, if I
yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
never
yeah. I
mind.
don't,
I
I
just
don't know.
saw that he threw a lot of picks in that game. He didn't look. Josh Allen didn't look good. He didn't look like the elite. But people used to Josh Allen throwing picks. But I'm just saying, yo, that was a bad game. They gave up. They gave up points. They did that. That cost you. So even though, okay, our defense gave up. Yeah, what is it called? Bend but don't break. I'm not saying that's the type of defense we have, but what I'm
Yeah.
saying is, yeah, they might give up a lot of pads or score, but for a team to be able to face that, the defense is giving up a lot, we still gonna score and we won because they having a hard time. But then when our offense had a hard time, oh, what did our defense do? Oh, we gonna stop. We gonna hold this team. We gonna defend and hold this team down to give our offense some chance and give them some chance to score to win. That's what they did in the beginning of the season. So having a team like that to be able to find a win through those type of situations and still
Mm-hmm.
win, I feel like that's way more better than the team. Okay, they didn't give up a lot, but they still lost. They
Yeah,
must have did something wrong.
yeah,
That they
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
they
yeah.
didn't do they didn't do their job. Like they did something wrong and that this not. So how do you power rank them over above a team that actually found a way to win and a team that couldn't? That's how I looked at
Yeah,
it.
it's I definitely get what you're saying. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing how the power rankings working. I think it go based off of the teams that you played also. You know what I mean? Like where their rank is at. Like I said, it's a lot to
Yeah,
take into account. I definitely hear what you're saying for sure. Like everything
yeah,
you're saying is 100%
yeah,
facts. But I think how they do it is just
yeah,
strength your schedule so far, the stats, how did you win, like all of that
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
goes
yeah,
down.
yeah.
So
Now I
you know
get
what
it.
I
I
mean?
get it.
Yeah,
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 I get
yeah.
it.
That part. So our matchup next week is the Los Angeles Rams at what 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's speculation that Cooper Cup might be coming back. You know what I mean? So with
Oh,
that
okay.
being said, man, I do not want no Josh Joel following around no Cooper Cup because that's they're gonna pick on him all day. You know what I mean? I do expect us to be 5-0 though. Even if we win a tough game, I do expect us to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
5-0.
yeah. I
I
do
don't think we're
expect it
gonna
too.
lose. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna lose to no LA. I put it like this: after LA, we play who? Miami.
Nah, at the I believe so is
No, no, no,
Miami.
no, no. After LA, we play Arizona. After Arizona, we play Miami.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
I
believe I
got you.
believe it's like that. I believe that we're going to beat LA. We're going to be 5-0. I believe that we're going to beat Arizona. We're going to be 6-0, and that Miami game will be questionable. It will be questionable for me. You know what I mean? But I don't want to jump too far ahead. How do you feel? How do you feel going into the Los Angeles Rams game?
I feel a little more better for me seeing the offense to come off on a positive game. You know, I feel a little bit more better to see Brian Johnson actually to be able to find a way to dial up something to get
Mm-hmm.
to move the chains and gain positive yardage with this passing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs more to develop and more to that he needs to dial in. But I feel like he's going to do that. I feel like they saw something in his game that they gonna go a little bit more into the playbook and do more. And that's why I feel like going into this rain game, I feel like our offense is gonna click. And I think Dallas got him, might gonna get some good touches, like because you can't keep him down for too long. I think it was just because of the slow start, but they dialing up some stuff. So I feel like Goddard's
My
gonna
boy's
start.
cooking tonight.
Dallas is
Okay,
gonna
my boy's
start.
cooking
Yeah, I
tonight.
feel like this might be the game that he might start getting a lot of reps, like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the running game that just if they continue that running game and continue to feed Swift that ball and get him going. I'm not saying
Mm-hmm.
don't give Kenny Gainwell because you giving these running backs some breather. They are two good running backs, but Swift gotta have more reps, man. He gotta have more reps because he showed that he's a power runner. He shows that he could do it. So if they continue that type of game plan on offense side, give our defense a help and give them some time to get themselves back going on and like to get the side some time to to see what Matt is going to actually do and Matt Stafford is going to actually do on the offense side. And then if Cooper Cup is going to be there, then we're going to have to start off early on this offense based on saying like we got to come in, start out early, get this goal line. Don't get to the goal line thing, get this red zone touchdown
Yeah,
and Jake Elliott can't be the hero of this game. Like he just
yeah,
can't.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if he do, we get the win. Hey, it's a
Man,
win.
I'm so
But
proud of Jake Elliott, bro, because you know how many times he did not come in the clutch.
yeah, yeah.
So
But I
for
mean,
him to
like
come, huh?
I mean, he came in the clutch a little bit way more than not though. Like that's why he's that guy
Yeah,
though.
but even last year, like he had some field goals he done missed. You know what I mean?
He
That
did,
that
he
and
did,
I'm
he
like,
did.
damn, Jake. But this year though, man, listen, he's been our savior, yo. He's been our savior, and I really appreciate Jake Elliott. You know what I mean? I
Word,
actually got him on
word.
my fantasy league.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
I see,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I'm glad I picked him up.
Word,
You
word,
know what I'm
word.
saying? But for me going into this, I do agree with what you're saying, man. We got to come out strong on the offense. You know what I mean? As far as on the defense, man, Matt Stafford is not mobile. So if we can just get to him,
Yeah,
rattle
exactly.
him a little bit, you know what I mean, and have him just sit in that pocket and try to get rid of the ball quick. You know what I mean? I think we'll be good defensively. Like I said, if our defensive front can actually get to them,
Yeah,
I'm not worried about who they got on the outside. They ain't really got nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really worried about that. But like you said, as far as our game plan though, like you said, this can't be a Jake Elliott game. This got to be like on some all. Like we really got to show what we capable of on the
yeah,
offensive
yep,
side.
yep,
You know what I
yep.
mean? So, score predictions, man. I'm not too good with score predictions. Maybe I'll do that another video down the line. Maybe like a Thursday video or something like that when I do it.
I
But
came a little close with this Commanders game, though. I came
yeah,
close. My score was 30-20. I'd say 30-20 or 30 to 20 something to 17. That's what I said. But I say 30-20. Even though it
yeah.
was 30-30, 30, what was 30
It was
30, 34 to 34,
31,
something like
30,
that.
yeah, 31, 34. Yep, yep,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
can't. It was a little close. Like,
Yeah, so we'll be back, you know what I mean, probably together or individually. We'll be back, with some more, with some more hype fan Eagle, hype fan Jerz talk to talk about the Sunday night game, you know what I mean? I wish I had the all 22, man, to break that down so we can go do the film. But that junk costs $100 for the year, bro. I don't even know if I want to pay that. I just paid $53 for the NFL network. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I just paid $53 for that. It's under the same thing. So if you just pay like $100 a year, that means you get all 22 of all teams. That means you get to watch everybody's film. So if we want to, like, if we play against the Rams Sunday, you get to go and watch the Rams film and break it down. Like you get to break it down on your own YouTube. You know what I mean? On the YouTube channel or on Twitter. Like you could do it like that. But I just don't want to pay that $100 a year. I just paid 53 in September.
But you like so what you could watch the game on YouTube?
Nah, you could just go to let's say NFL Network, right? If I give you my NFL Network passcode, and if you want
Yeah.
the all 22 film, you can go get the all 22 film, like how we did on Zoom, like how we was just like we was in the screen in the corner and watching
Oh, okay,
and watch.
okay.
You could do it like that, and you could break down the all 22 film, like if DeAndre Swift hitting the hole, you could pause and be like, okay, look, he should have hit
Okay,
that gap
okay.
right
I
there.
get
Like
you. Yeah,
you could
yeah.
do that. You know what I mean? So like I said, that junk is $100. I might end up getting it next week for us when I get paid, depending on how I feel and everything like that.
Yeah,
And
we'll talk about that
yeah, for
for the
sure. Yeah, we'll
meantime
definitely
though.
talk about that. You
We'll
know what I
talk about
mean?
that.
But thank y'all for tuning in to Hype Talk, man. Listen, I'm getting sleepy. I'm sorry I had to cut this early, but
Nah, you good.
your boy need to go lay down. You know what I mean? Just go rest, man. You know what I mean? Listen, I
Yeah.
will be back up here tomorrow morning. You know what I mean? On my way to work. So hopefully y'all tune in for that, man. Whenever Hype Fan Jers get on, make sure y'all tune in to him. You know what I mean? You already know. We appreciate y'all, man. Listen, it's your boy Hype Fan Eagle representing the Philadelphia Eagles by way of New Jersey. That's Hype Fan Jers right there, man. We appreciate y'all,
Bird
man.
game.
Gang. Bird gang. I like that.
Bird.